Hey guys, it's MBSC1 again, and I have two decks that I'm going to use to play against myself. So on this side we have Kingdra Greninja, which is a deck that I started using about last week, and I really like it a lot. I saw, I think it was Ryan Sablehouse get second with it at a regionals, and then I think it was Dustin Zimmerman got ninth at a different regionals with it. And it's one of those evolution decks that you don't really expect to do well, but it actually can. And then this is Yveltal Garbodor. Let's see. Yveltal Garbodor. This is the deck I bring to tournaments. It's one of my favorite decks, and it's really good. So I'm just going to play against myself, and then we'll roll here. We'll say heads, Yveltal goes first, or Yveltal chooses, and then tails, Greninja chooses if they want to go first or second. So, oops. It's tails, so Greninja is obviously going to choose to go first. So this might seem a little weird, me playing against myself, but I don't have anyone to play against, and I do this a lot when I want to test decks that are good and stuff. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that fairly well. I'm going to put that down. So I'm just using my laptop camera. It's kind of, sort of ghetto rigged. It's not the best. Alright, so I mulligan this deck. Yeah, I'm trying to get a professional camera at some point here. Hold on, I'm just gonna turn off Facebook so you guys don't hear that the whole time. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, and then we'll just shuffle this real quick. So, in my testing, the decks have a very close matchup. It's pretty much as close to 50-50 as you can get. At least, for me, that's how it's gone. I've played against myself with these two decks a lot, and my friends have used them against me. So, yeah. Okay, I see a horsey and another horsey, so I'm going to put both of those down. I'm not sure which way the camera is going to put this video, so I'm just going to put it out as if I'm playing against someone. Normally I have them facing me, so it's just simpler, but it doesn't really matter either way. Sorry about that glare on the horsey, but the horsey, I'm telling you that now. Okay, so this deck is going to take the one mulligan, flip over, and then, so this one got to choose, so it's going to go first. Okay, so draw. Okay, I know right off the bat that I want that Sigilift down because I can wall with that while I'm trying to set up, because this deck takes a lot of setup. So I see a Skyla, so I could Skyla for a beach. I also have an N. I think Skyling for a beach would be my safest play, but I don't know if I want to go with that. I could attach this water energy to Horsey. I think I'm going to do that because I know I want to retreat in the Sigilift. So I could, if I Skylar for that beach, I can get 4 cards, or I could N and just risk it. I think I'm going to go with the N in this situation because, for one, it's going to negate my opponent taking that extra mulligan card. Let's see what my opponent has. That's a pretty bad hand. Anyway, so N's going to negate that one mulligan card. I also know that I only have 2 beaches, so if my opponent puts a tropical beach down on top of that beach, I mean if my opponent puts a Burbank City down on top of my beach, then I only have 1 left, and then he can just counter that. I'm going to say my opponent a lot, referring to myself, because I'm also my opponent. And then also just because it's only going to give me 4 cards, and I want to get more basics down this turn if I can. I also might hit a tropical beach off this end, so, it seemed like the end was the better play in this situation. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, so this definitely paid off. I got a tropical beach, I'll put that into play. I have a Froakie, so I'll put that down. Also a level ball, so I'll use that level ball to grab probably another Froakie, yeah. Because you want to get as many Froakie out on the first turn as you can, because the Greninjas are your first priority. I think I'm not going to shuffle yet, because I think I'm going back in. Yeah, so I'll use this Professor's Letter to grab 2 water energy. And then I'm going back I'm going back in again, which will discard those 2 water energy. And let's see, do I want another Horsey or another Froakie? I'm gonna say I want another Froakie. And I'm actually trying to discard a lot of energy with this deck, like pretty quickly, because then Kingdra's attack is gonna do a lot more damage. If you don't know, Kingdra's attack does 20 damage times the amount of water and electric energy in your discard pile. It's not going to matter for the electric because this deck doesn't have any electric energy, but it does 20 damage times the amount of water and electric energy in your discard pile, and then you shuffle all of those energy back into your deck. So if I only have like 1 or 2 water energy, then I'm not going to be doing very much damage. But if I have, you know, a bunch, then I can one-shot, you know, Yveltals sometimes. And I was going to do a deck list for this deck, but it's actually pretty similar to the one that Ryan Sablehouse used, or Haas or House, I'm not sure how you say it, but either way, it's only like 2 cards off of his list, only a 2-card difference from his list, and he put it out on 6 Prizes, which is a website you need a login to use, and basically it would be like, I used my knowledge about that article and then just kind of gave it out for free, which doesn't seem like a very genuine thing to do. So I decided not to do that for that reason. So I'm going to retreat to the Sigilith. And it wasn't that I just copied his list and then decided, like, okay, I'll just use this. It was more like I thought his list was really good. And after testing with it, the only thing I didn't like was the Electrode line, so I took that out. And then I'm just going to end my turn by beaching for 6. So that was pretty much the best first turn that Greninja Kingdra deck can have. I got out 5 basics on my first turn, and that's perfect. I also beached for 6 cards, which is amazing. And I got a good amount of water energy in the discard pile, which is what I want to do. The thing that makes the deck work so well is Greninja's ability puts water in the discard pile, while Kingdra's attack puts them back in the deck. So the synergy works really well together. I find by the late game, I just have all these Greninja and Kingdra out on the field, and all I need to hit is water energy, and I can just keep streaming attacks doing a lot of damage. Because if you have 3 Greninja out, you know, you can discard 3 water energy from your hand and then do 90, and then Kingdra's attack is going to do... oh, by the way, I'm just shuffling for that end that deck and me, so I'm going to draw 6 and then 1 for my turn. So yeah, if you have 3 Greninja out and then you use Kingdra's attack, Dragon Vortex, you do 60 damage, and then there's also the 90 from 3 Greninja's attacks. So I have a Computer Search, an Ultra Ball, an End, a Professor Juniper, a Garbodor, another End, and a Dark Energy. So I want to get that Dark Energy in my discard pile. I don't know... So in this case, I'm going to use the Computer Search instead of the Ultra Ball, and I'm going to discard a Dark Energy and an Ultra Ball. I was thinking about saving the Computer Search, but I wouldn't want to discard any of these cards with a Computer Search anyway. I mean, with an Ultra Ball anyway, so I just figured either way I was going to discard a Computer Search or an Ultra Ball off the other one, so I went with the Computer Search in this situation. And now the question is, what do I want? So I'm thinking I probably want a Trubbish, because I know that's going to shut down Water Shuriken, which is really what makes my opponent's deck good. So I'm going to go for the Trubbish. And then I've got a Garbodor in my hand. I think to negate my opponent's Tropical Beach, I'm going to use his N. Also just because the other 2 cards are Juniper and N and Garbodor. What I could have done is just passed, and then evolved to Garbodor, but the thing is, you know, my opponent could end me or something and make it so that that wouldn't be worth it. I could have also Tropical Beach there, and just held on to that Garbodor, but I think it's better just to end in this situation. Especially because I'm going to be negating my opponent's Tropical Beach. Or negating the cards they drew off Tropical Beach. So this video is, if you can't tell already, this video is probably going to be pretty long. Probably something like a half an hour, considering this is the first turn, and we're already 9 minutes in. Or almost 10 minutes in. But I'm trying to go through each of the steps and talk about everything, so you guys get a good idea for how to use each deck and what's going on. So if you guys like this video, you should tell me in the comments, and then I'll do more like it. Alright, so 6 cards for the end, and I'll draw for that deck when it goes to their turn. So, I don't have much that can help me right now. I have that Dark Energy, so I'm going to attach that to Yveltal in a second here. Probably actually going to use that Tropical Beach. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. So, I'm going to just attach this to Yveltal. I'm actually going to use this random receiver just so that I have one less card to draw off this beach that I don't want. So this is going to make it so there is one less supporter in my deck that I can get off this Tropical Beach. You might understand that, you might not. Either way, this is probably the better play. So I have a Juniper. It also helps me prepare for next turn in terms of what I want to use. So if I had an N or something, I might want to conserve some items sometimes. In this case, probably not, but that might happen at some point. So unfortunately, I have 2 catchers in my hand, and I don't want to use them, but I might have to just so that I can beach for more cards. And I don't necessarily need to beach for more cards, considering I have a Juniper in my hand anyway. But I think I might want to, so I'm not sure at this point. I've got this Muscle Band, so I definitely want to have that on Yveltal or Trubbish. I think just because I need to have Garbodor in play with the tool in it quickly, I think I want to have it on Trubbish in this situation. It might seem weird, but I think that's probably the better play. I can't use that in Hand Stamina, I can't. I could use the catchers, I don't think I want to though. Let's check if I have any of this discard pile. No. I think I could afford to use one so I could draw one more card. Because if I don't have a different supporter, then I'm going to probably have to discard my whole hand. And if I have a handful of good things off of this beach, I probably don't want to Juniper them, but I might hit another supporter. So, yeah. I think this is also going to help me out a little bit. So I'm going to catch her, and I'm going to go for a... Well, I'll decide after I flip. So it's tails, doesn't matter anyway. I don't want to burn another one, so I'm just going to beach for 4 cards. And then I'm actually not going to look at those cards, just because I'm going to be in the position of the other player now, and the less I know about my opponent's hand, the better to make the game more realistic, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to shuffle up for that N. Alright. So 6, and then I draw one for my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Okay, so this is fairly good. We're going to evolve one of the Froakies to Greninja. This is the only one that I have that doesn't have 60 HP. For some reason they had them in combinations of 3, so I bought 3 for like $3 or whatever it was, but the ones they just, anyway, it doesn't matter. So I could Skylar for a Rare Candy and go Rare Candy Greninja. I could also Ultra Ball, discard a Course and a Skyla, and grab something else like another Frogadier or a Seadra. But right now I want to figure out what I want to do with this Water Energy. I'm just going to attach it to Horsey, because he's the one I'm going to be wanting to attack with, and after if I attach it to Sigilyph, he might get knocked out on the next turn. So I basically just wasted my attachment if I do it that way. I could discard these 2 with the Ultra Ball. I'm not sure if it's worth it though. I think I want to. Yeah, I definitely want to, because I want to make sure that I get that Kingdra next turn. Because my opponent probably is going to knock out that Sigilyph next turn if he gets the Garbodor out. So the Seadra is the top card. I'm going to evolve my Horsea to Seadra. So with all these Stage 2 Pokemon, you definitely need the Stage 1 versions. You can't just use Rare Candy like you can with Blastoise decks. And what I could hold on to this and just beach for 5 cards and then make sure I have the Greninja, but I think I actually want to use it as a supporter. Like I did last turn, you know, using that N, it is definitely going to be helpful to use that supporter. Even though that Colress might have been more helpful late game, it's more important to set up now, I think. I'm going to get 6 cards off this Colress. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've got a Dowsing, 3 Water, a Skyline, and a Juniper. So I could Dowsing for a Level Ball if I have one in here, and then get another Frogadier out. That would be good. It would also get some Water Energy in my discard pile, which I like. I've got 3 in my discard pile right now, so you guys can see that. I think I do want to do that. So I'm going to use the Dowsing Machine, discard 2 Water Energy, grab that Level Ball and use it. I'll just grab another... Oh, hopefully it's not prized. Nope, it's not. I'm good. That was a bit of a risky play, but even if it was gone, I could have just fail searched it and then beached for more cards, so it wouldn't have been too bad if it wasn't there. Excuse me. In a professional tournament, I would have searched my deck. Not a professional. In a tournament like states or regionals is what I mean. I would have definitely searched through my deck to see that my my Froakies were all there and my Frogadiers are all there. I did notice that one of my Froakie is prized, so I'll keep that in mind. So I'm gonna evolve 1, 2 Frogadier, and then I can't attach and I can't use a supporter, so I'm just gonna beach for 4. Okay, and then it's Yveltal's turn. Draw. So we got a bunch of new cards off of this beach. That's awesome. So we're gonna put down this Yveltal. Unfortunately, I mean, I did not get another supporter. But actually, I have so many dead cards in my hand that it's not gonna matter that much. So I'm just gonna use this Dark Patch. I do have a Dark in here. Yep. Put on this Yveltal. I'm gonna be able to get rid of 2 Enhanced Hammer with this Juniper, so that's gonna be really nice. Now I could hit that Sigilif or I could catcher up that Seadra and possibly knock it out, so I'm going to go for the catcher here. I'm going to use Juniper in a minute anyway, so might as well. And that's Tails. It's 2 Tails in a row, that kind of stinks. I'm going to touch a Muscle Band Yveltal here. I think I do want the Floatstone here, just because if my opponent uses Tool Scrapper, they're probably going to go for these 2 tools. And then I will have something that can retreat for free afterwards. No, that's probably stupid. I'm going to hold on to it, actually. Because by that logic, I would probably have a Darkrai in play anyway, so this could just retreat for free anyway, so that doesn't make sense. Alright, then I'm just going to Juniper, discard the Floatstone, the Enhanced Hammer, and the other Enhanced Hammer. And although I did get a Floatstone, I still think that attaching the Muscle Band to the Trubbish last turn was the good play, because I didn't know that I was going to hit another Floatstone, and I think it's just to make sure you have it there, it's a good idea. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we got the Darkrai, we're going to play that. Unfortunately, we did not get a Laser, which I would have liked to get so that I could Evil Ball for some damage. For a knockout. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be 10 damage off if I Evil Ball now. So I might actually just retreat into my Darkrai, which I think I'll definitely do that. So I'm going to attach here, and then attach a Floatstone to Darkrai, just because I know I'm going to retreat him next turn, because essentially this turn I'm going to be using him as a wall, because if I'm not one-shotting, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you might disagree with that, but, you know, that's just how it's been for me. So I'll just retreat for free with Dark Cloak to Darkrai. And I'll beach for 3 cards. Yeah, I could have Yveltal, but it probably doesn't matter. Yeah. So I've got a lot of stuff in my hand here. Oh, I need to draw this deck. Yeah, he Juniper last turn, so. This is pretty horrible. Besides the fact that I get to Juniper away all these water, it actually might be too many water that I'm Junipering away. This might be a bad thing at this point. But I do have the 1 water on Siege, so I think it'll probably be okay. So I'm going to attach 1 to Sigilith. And I'm going to Juniper away a Skyla, a Sigilith, a Rare Candy, and 3 water energy. And now I hope for all these stage 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I got 2 of them, so that's good. So I have 2 options here. I can use a Rare Candy to put that, make that a Greninja, or I can just evolve one of these to Greninja. First off, I want to turn this into Kingdra. I know that for sure. I think just to burn 1 more card. I mean, yeah, I might as well use the Rare Candy while I have it. Because I can just evolve those to Greninja at any time, but I have this Rare Candy now, so I can turn that into a Greninja. So I could Beach right now, or I could use Dragon Vortex. I think I'm going to Dragon Vortex. Let me just make sure. You see how many water I have in here. So I'm going to have 1 more because I'm going to retreat for 1. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I'm actually going to take a knockout on this Darkrai this turn, believe it or not. It's pretty crazy. So I'm going to retreat for 1 to this Kingdra. And then use Dragon Vortex for, let me just make sure, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There's nothing else, yeah, there's nothing else I want to use. So Dragon Vortex for the knockout. Take 2 prizes. And then I'll just shuffle quickly. Sorry, there's a lot of shuffling, and when it's only 1 person, he has to do the shuffling for both sides, so this takes a little longer. Okay, so I have no Floatstone or Darkrai, so whatever I send up is going to be in the active position this entire turn, which really stinks. As this player, I really did not expect my opponent to take a knockout on that Darkrai, but it did happen. I could 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I would make it 12. So I'm just thinking about my options here. I'm not sure which one I want to send up. I mean, yeah, it's definitely got to be this Yveltal. Even though I won't be able to Dark Patch to it, that'll be okay. So I'll draw for my turn. Another Dark. Definitely want all my Yveltals down, so it's good. Excuse me. I'll put my 3rd Muscle Bound down on this Yveltal. Now I can attach here, or I can use N and hope to get a double colorless, and then use that attachment, but I don't know, it would matter actually. N is going to be pretty helpful here. I'm just going to use the N and hope for the double colorless. If I don't hit the double colorless, I'll probably hit another darkness energy anyway, so I'm okay with that. But if I don't hit any energy, I mean, I probably will. I almost definitely will. I run 9 darkness and 2 double colorless, so I probably will. A lot of people run more double colorless than that, like 3 or 4. But the thing is, I don't use Bouffalon at all, so I don't need those energies bad. And I think dark is more consistent. If you've ever, drawn into a double colorless and needed a darkness, you'll know what I'm talking about. It kind of sucks when that happens. I only run Sableye as my non-EXs besides Garbodor, so I want more darkness energy rather than double colorless. And it's only 20 less damage. I mean, I guess 20 is a lot, but I'd rather go with the consistency. Alright, 6 cards. Yep. 3. Wow. 4. Oh my god. 5. and 6. So that is just horrible. I know I want to counter that beach. Wait, because I might even actually use that beach. Probably not, but I'm going to consider it. Put down the Sableye. I just hit all my energy. So if I attach here, I'll do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's not going to be a knockout. I wish I had that dark right now so I could retreat for free to Sableye and junk on. If I put this here, I can Y-Cyclone also. It's probably gonna be my best bet, especially because I need another supporter next turn. So I'm going to Y-Cyclone for 110 and move the energy here. That way I have something that can get me a supporter next turn, as well as, oh, you guys probably can't see that. I use these ones. 6. Yeah, so I'm doing damage as well as having something that can get a supporter next turn, which is Sableye, because he can junk hunt for rain receiver. Well, I guess it's a supporter in 2 turns then. But that's okay. I have a bunch of energy, so I can live off of that for a little bit. I'll be alright. I still haven't gotten a Garbodor out, which is really bad luck. By now, I almost always have a Garbodor out with this deck. So, it's a rare occasion. But it definitely hurts. And you'll probably see why coming into this turn, because I'm guessing that I'm going to get a lot of Greninja into play and discard a lot of water energy. Alright, so it's 4 plus draw 1 for your turn. It's 4 and 5. Okay, so it's actually fairly bad hand. I'm going to use my first Water Shuriken. It's probably going to be my only Water Shuriken at this point. And let's see, what do I want to do 3 damage to? So I could go with this Yveltal, that Trubbish, or that Sableye. That's basically my options. I might go with the Trubbish, just because if I can knock that out, I'm probably going to use Tri-Bolt this turn, considering there's only 1 water in my discard pile. So if I can knock that out, that Trubbish out, then I can eliminate the possibility of my opponent getting a Garbodor out. But at the same time, I kind of want to weaken the Yveltal. But I think it's probably going to be better to hit the Trubbish, so I'll put the Water Shuriken there. I'm going to attach this to Horsey, because that's basically my main attacker. Or it will be when it evolves. I don't know. Let me just check my discard. I don't think I want to use a Super Rod at this point. I've only got a Sigilif and a Water Energy in there, so I think I'm good on that Super Rod. And then I'll just Tri-Bullet. So that does 3 damage to 3 of my opponent's Pokemon. So I'll try and use dice you guys can see. So it's 3 there. Turn that up to 6. And then I'll do 3 to the Sableye, because if I can knock those 2 non-EXs out, then I only have to take 2 EX knockouts to win. Alright. My turn. Perfect top deck, I got a Juniper. I'll put a Verbank City Gem down. I'm just did I not play that like 2 turns ago? I might have if you guys saw that and I misplayed there, like when I could have put a Verbank City Gym down and I should have. I'm sorry, that might have been a misplay. It might have been because I beached though, I'm not sure. Anyway, so I got a Juniper and 3 Dark Energy, so I'm not going to be too mad about discarding those. I might retreat and junk hunt this turn, I'm not sure. Either way, I probably just want the energy on this Yveltal. Because I don't need to Evil Ball or Y-Cyclone. I mean, I don't need to Evil Ball for more damage, and I don't need to Y-Cyclone. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to Juniper away 2 Darkness Energy, which is awesome. Still no Garbodor. So that probably means the Trubbish is going to go down. Sorry if you guys can hear my dad in the background. I'm not sure if you can or not. I'm just going to use this Dark Patch, put this here. Oh, sorry, I changed that. I didn't get a Darkrai either, so I can't retreat for free into Sableye. And discarding 2 energy, I don't even know if that's going to be worth it. You probably don't even want to use Sable at this point anyway, because I already have like supporters and stuff. So I'm just gonna use Yveltal for knockout. Only gonna get one prize, but that's not a huge deal. I'll be okay. So anticipating that I'm gonna beach this turn, considering I don't have much, I'm gonna send up the Sigilif, and I'll just draw one card. So another water energy. I'll use Water Shuriken to knock out that Trubbish. Take one prize. Juniper, perfect. That's what I like to see. I could attach this water energy. I don't think I want to because I want to discard more cards. So I mean discard all my water energy so I can put them back into play. Put them back in my deck with Kingdra. So I'm just going to super run back the entire Kingdra line. 4 CC Drain Kingdra. I'm going to shuffle that in a minute. Counter the Burbank with Tropical Peach. Damn, my voice is going. Shoot, I just cussed. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep my channel clean from any bad words, but I guess I just used bad words, so sorry about that. Did I already use Water? Yeah, I already used Water Shuriken. So I'm going to attach there. That was my attachment last turn, so I'm good, and then I'll just Juniper. Really lucky getting that card off the prizes. So we've got... Oh, I forgot to shuffle. Shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't shuffle after Super Rod. I was like, wow, I just drew that 4 CC Drain Kingdra back. That's weird. I would have been happy with that, though. This video is taking here half an hour at this point. So sorry about that length. You guys probably won't even watch this video or like it, but I enjoy making these, so maybe I'll just keep posting these because I like making them. Okay, now I'll draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's good stuff. So we'll evolve that to Greninja. Excuse me. We're going to Rare Candy Kingdra. Awesome. That's what I like to see. And now we can use another Water Shuriken because we got another Greninja in play. And also Ultra Ball for something, discarding a Level Ball and another Water. Which I think I want to do because it'll get another water in my discard pile, so Dragon Vortex does more damage. Yeah, so I'll do that. Ultra Ball. Oh, I just realized I have no supporter, which kind of stinks. Go with that Greninja, just to get the third one into play. When you have 3 into play, you're probably going to win, just no matter what. Just because of you're doing 90 damage. As long as you can get 3 water energy, you're doing 90 damage per turn before you attack, which is ridiculous. You know, people see the downsides. They're like, well, it's a stage 2 deck, you know. All of your attackers are stage 2 Pokemon. How can that be good? But if you look at it in the way that, you know, Kingdra's attack can pretty much make it so you never back out. It has great damage spread. You also have Greninja with the ability to do potentially 90 damage before you attack. And they're all non-EXs, with Kingdra having a great typing, by the way. You know, if you look at all those good aspects, it's like, well, maybe the deck isn't so bad. And then I'll just use my last card as my second Water Shuriken to do 30. Probably to the active Yveltal. I'm just going to count how many water energy in the discard pile real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, so that's going to be 100. Oh, I'm just going to barely miss the knockout when I use Dragon Vortex. That stinks. But I'll just Water Shuriken next turn and make it so it doesn't matter. I could do it to Sableye. Honestly, it doesn't matter that much at this point. I think I'm just going to do it to the Yveltal. I know it probably doesn't matter because either way I'll just use the next Water Shuriken on that Sableye or the Yveltal, so either way it probably doesn't matter. Oh wait, it does matter because I forgot I'm just discarding one more water this way. So yeah, that was the right play. And now because I put it there, which accidentally was the better play, I can take a knockout because it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, which is 120. So Dragon Vortex for knockout. Take 2 prizes. Got no hand, so just goes right there. Yeah, so this is what happens, you know, when the Garbodor version or the Yveltal Garbodor deck doesn't get the Garbodor out. So you can imagine how good this matchup is for this deck if, you know, their opponent doesn't even run Garbodor. If it's just straight Yveltal versus Greninja, Kingdra has like a very good advantage because you can just wall with Sigilif for so many turns, and your opponent can only really hit it with Bouffalante or the non-EX Yveltal, or Absol if they run that. But a lot of them aren't running Absol at this point, so that is becoming less and less of a threat. Okay, so I get the Verbank, gonna counter that Tropical Beach. I could end my opponent to 1, that would be cool. And I would get 5 cards, that's nice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, this is knocked out, I'm stupid, I'm sorry. Well, what do I want to bring up? So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, yeah. So this is why you're supposed to promote something before you draw, but because I drew the laser and that kind of changes things possibly. But either way, I think that was probably what I would have done in the first place. So I'm just going to attach here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, so I can do that. Might as well, because if my opponent knocks that one out, he wins either way, so it doesn't really matter. I already have one on the bench, so just one more card I can burn. And I'll use Dark Patch. And at this point, I know I'm probably going to lose, but I'm just going to play it out, because why not? And if I can make my opponent not get anything for a couple turns... Oh, no, I'm not playing that yet. I'm playing a laser first. Oops. And it's not going to matter. But I don't even have... Here. That's a poison counter. And if I can prevent my opponent from getting anything for a couple turns, I might be able to come back from this. Because there was... I don't know if you guys saw that, but... the Kingdra Greninja deck did draw a N off the prizes, so it would have been able to... It was an N and a water, so it would have been able to water Shuriken once, and then use that N. And then all it would need is 1 more water energy, and it would win, actually, because it can snipe the Sableye twice. And countering that Tropical Beach is going to help a lot, because then the Greninja Kingdra deck can't real field their hand to 7, and they'll just be stuck with that 1 card if they don't get what they want. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can grab another Trubbish at this point. I don't need to attach another Dark, so I'll just go Ultra Ball, discard an Ultra Ball and a Dark Energy. And we'll see if there's another Garbodor deal. So I have 2 Garbodor and no Trubbish, which is horrible, as my dad likes to say. He's from Boston. I'll just take a look real quick to see what I have. So I got 2 DCs, a catcher, a bicycle, an N, a Juniper, another Juniper, a catcher. I already said that. Laser. Okay. So some good stuff, some not so good stuff. I got 2 energy left, right? Yeah. So I have no darkness left in my deck, but I do have those double colorless, and that's probably all I need anyway. So I'll be okay. Might as well put the Sableye down, just 1 more card I can burn. I don't think I need a bicycle at this point, but I could if I wanted to. I think I'm going to save it for next turn, though. So I'm just going to Evil Ball for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, plus poison makes it definitely a knockout. How's this for Bank City Gem in play? So take 1 prize, and then this deck is going to shuffle real quick, and then based off that 1 card I get off the N, I will decide what I want to promote. It's probably going to be Sigilif. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Sigilif, because I know that I can just win by sitting back and water shurikening the Sableye. And then I can just wall with that Sigilif until I get the energy I need. Which I probably will get pretty quickly, considering I have like 9 or 10 water energy in my deck. Because I Dragon Vortex last turn. And there's 11 water energy in the deck. It's one of the changes I made to Ryan's list. I really like it like that. Okay, so I get the one card. Kingdra, that's not going to help, and I draw for my turn. Water energy, perfect. So Water Shuriken, that Sableye, and then just pass. Draw. Oh shoot, I can't even hit that Sigilif. Oh, God, I can't even. I might not be able to win just because of that. But, oh no, I got a laser. I'll be alright. I'm going to attach a DC here. Because he's probably... I'm not... Yeah, because if he gets knocked out, I lose anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So laser. Heads. Probably not going to matter, but it's always good. I don't run Super Rod, so I can't put those Trubbish back in. One Trubbish back in, actually. One's prized. All I have is this bicycle on this random receiver. Let me count. 1, 2, 3. So I can't afford... I have 10 left, so I can afford the bicycle at this point. So I will. I get 3. Basically a bunch of junky cards I don't want. I could catch her, but that would negate the laser, and then he'll just promote Sigilif on the next turn. So I'm just going to pass. And if it's water energy, I lose. It's not. Okay. And see if he wakes up, even though it probably doesn't matter. Yep. And then I drew that, so I can't do anything, and it was pass. That's a 6. That other Darkrai prize too, which really sucks because at this point I could catch her up a Greninja, and then I know I have a laser left, and I could have been setting up a Darkrai and then Night Spear and probably take a double knockout. That is not going to happen now. Wish I had a potion or a Cassius so I could put that Sableye back. But I can't really do anything at this point, I just need to wait for that thing to get knocked out, so I'll just pass. Take prize. Water energy? Nope. Oh, this is knocked out. I wonder what to promote. Such a hard decision. And just pass. Oh, I get the Trubbish off the prizes. Perfect. It's probably not going to matter at this point, but still could work. Catcher's not going to do me any good. And, oh, that's going to be helpful because I can put all those dead cards back in his deck. So I'm going to do that. It's the next card. Okay. So N was... I don't know. We'll see. And this is why Ryan Sablehouse ran Electrode for these specific situations. I just find that, oops, I don't get, sorry, I dropped some cards on the ground. I just find that I don't get Electrode out enough for it to be worth it. I find that I have to discard it a lot of the time. And it's also like the last priority. He even said in his article, it's like the last priority. You want to set up all your evolutions before you set up that thing. And it just doesn't happen so much of the time that it doesn't seem worth it. But that's just my opinion. Alright, I don't get much here, but I can just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yes, I'll just Yveltal for knockout. Excuse me. And now it actually could be a pretty close game. But I do have I don't know, I think about 3 I'm guessing about 3 supporters in this Greninja deck. And I have like 10 water, I think, 9 or 10 water. I could search through my discard pile and figure it out, but it doesn't really matter. So, chances are in Greninja's favor, I think. And we've got one more turn to draw if I don't hit it. Okay, here is the big, so I'd get one off the end, and it's a horsey. Might as well put it down. Just in case I get end again, it's one more dead card. Draw for the turn, it's a rare candy. It's not what I want to see. So I'll just pass. Then I go, evolve to Garbodor. Can't use that Juniper at this point. I don't even think I have another tool left in my deck. Let me check my discard pile real quick. So we got one muscle in play. should have one floatstone left in the prizes or on my deck. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. A random receiver, I'm pretty sure there's no supporters left, so that's why I'm not. Shoot, there is. Okay. I can't really. So I have a bicycle, a dark patch, and 2 junipers. I can use that. Sorry. Dark patch if I want to, and then hopefully bicycle for that floatstone. And I think that's just what I'll do, because I'm not going to deck myself out. I still have like 5 cards or so. Yeah, so I'm going to do this. Doesn't really matter where I put it on at this point. I'm bicycle for 2 cards. 1, 2, nope, and nope. So I'll just Evil Ball for knockout. And then this is game. If Greninja doesn't draw water right now, it is actually the end of the game. So here it is. It's a Tool Scrapper. Oh, well, that might matter. Tool Scrapper, muscle. Oh, I'm promoting this. Right? No, yeah, this. Has to be this. And then pass. And if this deck has an 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, if I just have an energy or laser, I win. The next card was a Pokeball. So, you see how close that game got. This deck took a massive lead, and then just off of dead drawing couldn't get anything. I mean, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 water were in the deck. 1. Oh, Professor's Letter too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 supporters left. I mean, that was just horrible luck for Greninja, to be honest. Normally, that Greninja deck should have won like 9 out of 10 times. And the last prize was a Darkrai for this deck. Yeah, but like 9 out of 10 times that deck should have won in that situation. It's just that sometimes you dead draw. So, oh, you can't see me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry this was a huge video, like 47 minutes it looks like. So thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, tell me in the comments. Like if you liked, subscribe for more, and comment if you want to tell me something.